Alright, welcome back to Dan's Core Tutorials. If you're here in the morning for the synthetic indices analysis, so if it is your first time to be here for the BTC analysis, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Please, if you don't mind, please subscribe and like and share to the ones that would also be wanting to benefit from this very analysis that we're about to do. So we're going to be looking at BTC USD as our asset to analyze today. So this is episode 3. We had other episodes in the first, I think, past week or a week before. We had our analysis, but those analyses I was not speaking in them, but I was actually writing and typing and showing the analysis what it was in those 2 episodes. So right now we're going to look into BTC, and of course on the chart you guys can clearly see that I have my sell limits up there, and in a minute or two I'll be showing you why I have my buy limits there, my sell limits there. So we're going to start from a monthly overview, and we'll look at how BTC has been coming into this. By the way, before I go any further, you guys are free to comment your concerns, what you're seeing. You're free to say, share. You're free to subscribe. You're free to even comment in the chats. I'll be able to see your comments. What your concerns are, if there's a problem with probably my sound, or there's something that is not good at all that is happening, you let me know. I'll be able to sort it out. Alright, now let's get into it. So according to the monthly time frame, we can see that we had a break of structure there. According to the monthly time frame, we had a break of structure there. Let's draw our order blocks here. It's an order block there. We have another one here. Monthly order blocks. Yes, of course, we have that big fair value gap that has been tapped already for some good time. There's another order block here. We're not going to do that. We're not going to draw that order block. But of course, there's also this, the one at 5,000. The one at 5,000. Yeah, it is also there. But will BTC ever come down below to this level? No, I don't believe. But anyway, anything is possible. Well, but yeah, right now those are some of the order blocks I can draw right now. The rest are there, but would probably to draw this resistance there. that resistance that was broken to give us a new high there. So now we can go to weekly. Now according to weekly, we had that order block, and we have the fair value gap below it actually, and that order block, and then we have also this order block. Now the reason why we saw this liquidity grab, most of the times those who normally follow my analysis, we know that it was in discount. And from that level there, we can clearly see that that's where our discount is. Everything that is below this, the 50% there, is discount, and you can see that liquidity came. You can see the price came and grabbed that liquidity. Price came and grabbed the liquidity there, and after that, look at what happened. It took a lot of those guys who were selling, just grabbed it, and then in a few days it went into the buy. So if I can minimize here to the daily, you can see actually what happened here. That is what actually happened. Price came to the discount, grab the liquidity on that order block. Remember, that is a weekly order block that I drew there. Came there, grabbed that liquidity, and went ahead into the buys. And right now, after going into the buys, it still came down for after 2 weeks. It still came down and grabbed it again the second time on the same level. Again the second time, took liquidity again, then went ahead, and then right here it went ahead and touched our resistance trend line there. Now, for those who may be wondering what is this that we have there, let me actually change it and make it dotted or dashed. Make them dashed lines so that we can know those are weekly trend lines, and then whenever we draw others, we'll be knowing what they are. So these are the weekly trend lines, and that is a clear. That's a clear. Wait a minute. I think I can actually now do it like this. I think we can actually move it like this. Alright, yeah, that's a clear one now. So when we see something like this, it's a falling wedge. It's a falling wedge. If it is drawn like that, that's a falling wedge right here. So we have a falling wedge, and we can see the reaction of price on that level there. That whenever it comes down to this level, price tends to go back again into the buys. So it is consolidating within this wedge, and currently we can see that price went to the upper trend line and immediately started to go into sells. And as we speak currently, we are in sells. Now, according to daily, what do we see? Let's draw our Fibonacci. We have our low here, our current low, we have our high there, and now we can see the price hasn't reached the discount, but rather it is in premium. Now we know that we are to look for sales, meaning we have to sell in premium. But which level is good to sell in premium? So there's that fair value gap left above there on the daily. There's that fair value gap left above there on the daily. That would be a better choice for us to sell this BTC from. So what am I saying? Simply I'm saying we may see price move back up there, just almost, you see where my sell limits are. That's a better level, but also we have that fair value gap on that level. After that order block there, after that order block, we have a fair value gap, and you want to take advantage of that. When price gets back there, you have your sells. Now the sells will of course come and take us all the way down to this trend line, all back to that a support level or order block on weekly. It became a support level because of the bouncing or the reaction that has so far happened 7 times on that very level. You can see there 2 times so far. This one never reached, I think. This one somehow never reached, but right, what we can see is it's standing to become a support level there right now. So we will be looking at taking advantage once price gets back to that level and then comes here. So anyone can put let me first change my lot size here. I could make it a 0.05, and then I'll put my sell limit just up there. One is enough already. I have 2 down below, so I will just leave 1 there in the middle there, and then I will just wait for that to actually happen. So but now those who want to make money, now by the way, another thing, let me show it to you. The reason why I'm saying that, you can notice that on my chart here, I have CCI. I have an indicator. I call it CCI RSI. There are 2 indicators combined. The CCI and RSI, they're the ones I use to support my analysis on the main chart. So when you see on the CCI tab or on the indicator tab, you can see that price has gone to 90% there. 90% of our RSI, it shows us that we are to sell, or it is overbought. So if it is overbought, then we are looking for sales. But now price has already started to sell. It has come to 0%. That is a retracement level on RSI. So now we are looking at that retracement. It's a retracement, we can see, and we anticipate that it will actually probably come to that level there on that fair value gap, and then we also get into the sales. We also get into the sales with it later on. So that was just sort of a confirmation of why we have sales currently in the long run, on the daily, even on the weekly. But now we can now shift to H4. We'll look at what H4 is saying. So looking at H4, we had sort of a double top up there, and then sales started. It started to give us lows and lower highs, lower lows and lower highs. Then here it failed to give us a new lower low when it reached this order block. That's an H4 order block. And now the anticipation is for anyone to enter probably the buys to take us all the way up there. You need to wait for the breakout on that level there. But still we are continuing. It's not yet done. We want to look into H1 also. So from what I see here, I have a low that gave me that high. I have a low that gave me this high. Now I have this low. It hasn't given me a high yet. So it sort of broke out if I was to use the other 2 points. So if I was to use those 2 points, I would clearly see some breakout into the buys. I would clearly see some breakouts into the buys. And this will be a falling wedge that has broken out, and probably right now what we can see, just hear my words, I'm saying probably, because we haven't gone to H1 to confirm also, but on H4 what we can see, the current H4 candle is a sell, call it a retracement after breakout from the this falling wedge. And now let's find it more clearer in H1. So H1 becomes clear. H1 becomes clear. H1 clearly shows you that was a falling wedge, and it's been, consolidating for this while within the falling wedge, and then it broke out. So when we come back to H4, you want to anticipate a retest. If it fails to go back inside the falling wedge, then you have your entries for the buys, take you probably back there. Of course, this is BTC. You don't want to hold for so long. You can keep taking your profits and waiting for more entries whenever it makes a retest. But for now, if it gives me this and fails to go back inside the falling wedge, then I will be looking for my buy entries, buy positions there. When it gives me this, I will be looking for my buy opportunities there. So right now, the current candle is supposed to close at, of course, at 3. We have about 1.5 hours. So for that candle to close, once it closes, then we will see what is up, if we have entry or if we don't have an entry. Now, if I go to H1, most of the times I want to apply my fib here, which was the last low. Okay, I may use all this. I may use the whole of this to wait for something sort. So we use something like that. So price comes back around this level, and then I have my entry. But again, it has broken out. So if it gives me buy entries after the current H4 was closed, then I'll be good to buy. But someone may also wait for price to come to around this level there, around that level. Around that level, then to have a clean trade, to have a clean entry for the buys. It will be a clean trade, good risk to reward, good stop loss level. You won't be fearing of a pullback into to come for your SL. And if you can take your entries here for the buys, you put a buy limit here. You can put your, or if you can take your entries here for the buys, and then you'll be having a clean trade, almost 1 to like 8 risk to reward to take you probably to that fair value gap at first, or even that order block. You have many, but to reach on that fair value gap, you will be in around 1 to 5, 1 to 7 there, risk to reward ratio. So for now, I think we wait for all this to happen. So right now sales are on a lower time frame. First delete. To delete what? See, what do I need to delete? These are many lines. Delete this fib on. Delete the fib on the weekly, and then come back to M15 and look at what price is giving you. Alright, yeah, the sale is on, and the sale is going to take us all the way down below here. It's going to take us all the way down below here. When you come back to this fair value gap that it has touched several times, 2 times actually. That's a fair value gap there that it touched. It touched that fair value gap 1, 2, 3 times. So that's a fair value gap on M15, and it touched it 2 times. So now I can delete this one. Now I know the price will actually react from that fair value gap after seeing it on M15. So because this one is going to be down below, back inside the falling wedge, so let me go with this fair value gap as my point of interest to have my buys take place there. All right, I think that's it for this asset. Are you guys seeing something different for so far? So this is what we've been looking at for so long. We'll be following it every day. I mean, every Tuesday and Friday. So I would have done Monday. Monday is a bit crazy sometimes, so we'll be doing that every Tuesday and Friday, the same time. So right now I believe we will be having a good entry before the day ends. Probably before the day ends, probably we will see an entry for the buys on M15. So anyone who loves BTC, be ready. Just like how we've discussed, we will see. Let me delete this. This is no longer needed there. We will see some good entries if we are patient enough to wait for something of sort to unfold. We will get a good entry, because we know that that's a falling wedge. Now this is a retest back to the trend line, and then after that our buy entries. And when we reach there, of course, like I said, when we reach there, we have opportunities to sell, because we know that in the long run, according to daily, we are to sell. But now we are going to take advantage of that retracement move, probably back to that leveling later on, probably after this week or the next week, and then we make our entries for sales in a clear way. So we wait now. We see anything can happen. I'm not saying this is how the price is going to be. I'm not the market. Anything can change. But so far, according to our technical analysis here, all things point to such movements. Whatever we've seen, they are pointing to such an outcome. So fingers crossed, as we wait for better opportunities to make our entries. All right, let me know who I have here today on the live stream. Who do I have on the live stream today? Who has blessed me with his pleasures here on this live stream today? Let me see them. Is it Felix? Because I first got the comment from Felix, so right now I don't know who it is. I can see that I have around 2 people on the stream. So let me know in the chats below who it is that I may, give a shout out to you guys. All right, I think we're unable to type, so let's now wrap up our analysis. We have, of course, this being one asset, it doesn't take long, so let's wrap up our analysis of today so that we can call it a day, and I think probably I'll get a rest because it's been a long day, session after session. All right, so your entries, you may choose to follow what I've done, but I won't be responsible for any losses incurred. I'm not giving you a financial advice, so you need to be cautious whenever you're placing your trades, and probably always don't over leverage whenever you're trading. If you trade and you're over leveraging and you make a loss, please, it's not on me, it's on you. Just that's a disclaimer. I'm not giving you a financial advice to put all your money now in this trade once it gets to this level or once it gets to that level. I'm saying you risk the money you afford to lose, and also remember, you must also check your emotions before you place any trades. Always, this is psychology at hand or in the game. So trading is a game of psychology, and if you can't master your emotions, then you rather first leave it out for a moment and first work on it, because you may get stressed over certain trades and it won't be healthy. It won't be healthy to you. All right, so for now, M15, of course, we have that reaction there. It's a sort of a resistance level there. It is holding it back, and we are just waiting for it to come down below. But like I said, we want to buy from this level. Here I can't have any entries right here. It's risky, unless if it breaks out and then gives me a retest again, then there I can have an entry. But from where it is here, I can't enter until either it comes down below or it breaks and then retests. If it comes down below, I'm anticipating for it to come down below to this level, because according to H4, that should be a retracement candle, and we are waiting for it to be closed at 3 so that we can start a new H4 candle. So having said that, I think that brings us to wrap up today's session. It may not take an hour, because this is one asset, and we don't have much to talk about other than this. Probably we will be looking at what is happening on other sessions. In other sessions, we'll be looking at what is the news that are concerning BTC after analyzing. But for today, I want to stop from here. The news will be coming in about BTC, the current news that are concerning BTC. I'll be sharing them with you on other sessions to come. But for today, we were just analyzing what we can anticipate in the next moves of BTC in a weekly time frame, daily time frame, H4 time frame, all the way back to M15, how we can even enter in probably today and make some money off BTC. Now I choose to submit. If you guys have a question, please, I want to open up for questions right now. If you have a question, please type it in the chat. If you don't, you just have like a minute or two to do that. If you don't, in a minute or two, and then I'll be closing today's session. All right, Felix says thanks for the analysis. Thank you, Felix. Thank you for being around also. All right, let's call it a day. Let's meet back here on analyzing BTC together on Tuesday next week. See you guys. Have a good day.